How is it going, fellow collectors? Klutzy Joe coming at you with yet another action figure review, and this time we're going to be looking at the Godzilla Tokyo S.O.S figure by NECA. Now, there is something interesting that I've actually gotten, and this word is actually basically from NECA themselves. They are only making 4 figures that are going to be released, you know, by the end of August. If you haven't gotten any of these figures, then that's pretty much about it. So, as I have a little brother that is a major Godzilla fan, as soon as he heard the news, he just said, you know what, I need to go get it, and here we are. You know, now I gotta be honest with you guys, you know what, I wasn't necessarily looking forward into getting another one of these, but you know what, this thing is actually worth it. Now, as you get to see it on the package, it's actually very beautiful, very beautiful poster right here, the Japanese poster out of Godzilla. If I'm not mistaken, it's Godzilla, Mothra, and NECA Godzilla. I mean, I could be wrong. I think it is, but I mean, well, I could be wrong. And it just ends up saying Tokyo S.O.S. You end up having beautiful box art cover right here. It just lets you translate it right here for you. So NECA actually went away and did that. You also get another part of the poster right here, another promo pic that was actually on Japan. So it was very beautiful, and you also get to see the 65-year celebration. And right here, there's a little read-up if you want to read it. Go ahead and pause it right there. You also end up getting Godzilla and his promo shot, so they're actually pretty cool. Yeah, and this thing, what I like about these figures is that they end up coming with a window box packaging that is connected right here with Velcro. And opening it up, you actually get to see Godzilla right here looking amazing, and the little promo pic that was taken. So, anyways, let's crack this guy open and see if the hype is actually worth it. And here is Godzilla in all his Goji glory, and my God, am I in love with this figure. Literally, I am in love with this figure. I love the paint job and everything. I think that it's very superb. One thing that a lot of reviewers were actually complaining about was a little rubber piece that is right here on the neck. And I gotta be honest with you guys, you know what, I don't mind. This thing is actually pretty cool. I do end up loving how that it's done. I do wish that this would not be one of the last figures that NECA is actually doing. But, I mean, at the same time, it's actually okay. You know what, I think that they might have actually given us the best Godzilla figure to date. So anyways, first things first, let's just go on. This is a long tail. Just look at that. Ooh, this thing is just beautiful. I mean, honestly. And it's articulated right here by the sections. They're all ball jointed. So that actually helps out when it comes down to articulation. And it is stiff articulation, so that's actually pretty cool. Right here at the very end, right here, this piece is not does not end up having any articulation onto it. Ooh no! But I think, yeah, I think that it ends up having some bendy wire, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, and you know, that's actually pretty cool. The little piece that went flying is the one that ends up having the bendy wire the most. Do end up loving that, especially when it comes down to Godzilla. So these poses are actually pretty good. And even though the tail is heavy, it will not stay, it will not go down. I mean, as you get to see right there, it is actually staying up. It's keeping its pose, so that's actually pretty cool. And let's just look at these paint apps. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at this. Very beautiful right here. Little gray washes right here from side to side. I mean, this is nice. It's already a gray toy, but it's a dark gray, so that's actually pretty cool that we end up having some light gray washes on over to it. You get to see that there's a little scar right here. It's a little darker than on some of the promo pics, but you know what? That's actually pretty good because it's making it more realistic. And again, like I said, there is beautiful little gray wash here, there, everywhere. His toes end up having a nice little bone, yellow bone color, so that's actually pretty awesome about this figure. His hands are articulated, so that's actually even more cool. And again, just let's just look at that head. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful. Look at that, folks. I can't stress enough how much is it that this is an improvement from other NECA figures, and you will see that on the comparison. But this is nice. One thing is that I've seen the movie, and I think that this one actually looks more like Godzilla 2000 Millennium movie. As you will get to see, this figure is actually pretty cool, and I do end up loving that. But yeah, NECA, you should have actually done a 2000 figure instead of this one. But still, it doesn't necessarily matter, because even though the hit sculpt might be a little bit wrong, it's still amazing. You know, just looking at that. Another thing is that I would have actually liked it if there would have been some yellow in the eyes, but I think that it's actually white. So, or is the camera picking it up? Yeah, it's very light yellow. Yeah, I can see it now. But I think that it would have been a lot more better if it would have been a little bit more of a darker yellow. And if not that, then at least a gray. That way it would have made the face look a lot more monstrous. So this is actually pretty cool. Articulated jaw, as you get to see, as you got a chance to see, ends up revealing all the teeth. And my God, look at all those teeth. Those are gorgeous molars that this man, that this bastard Godzilla ends up having, you know. I was about to say something weird, but anyways, the tongue right here is also very detailed. You get to see that there's some pink washes on over with the darker pink. It's nice, you know. I really do end up loving this. What's even more cool is that all this is actually glossy, including the teeth. So that actually does give it a wet look. Same thing goes with the eyes, as you got to see. So NECA really knocked it out of the park. Now, for articulation, let's just end up looking at that. For articulation, as you get to see, this guy, he is fully articulated. His head isn't necessarily going to go all that high up, but as you get to see that he does end up looking decently high, he does look decently up. So I mean, if you guys actually want to recreate the swimming pose, I mean, I guess it's actually going to be there. It's going to be okay, but you're going to end up having some issues. You know, actually, no whatsoever. It looks actually real nice like this also. God, I love this figure. Anyways, so remember what I told you guys about the neck? This is the one thing that everybody has actually been complaining about, and that is that the neck and the spines are actually one piece, and you do get to move it from side to side and everything. So some people don't end up liking that, because apparently this thing kind of interferes with the arms, as you get to see right there. But this is not a character that would actually end up being way too dynamic with the arms. You know, I think that if anything, that would be the most dynamic pose that you could actually do with this figure, because of the nature of the character. Anyways, so as you got to see, arms don't really open up as much. Yeah, they don't open as much. They're very limited. However, they do end up having They do end up having a hinge at the elbow, so that's actually pretty cool. And the hands, they do end up having some hinge, and they do end up having full rotation, so that's actually pretty cool. It might even be no, they're not ball jointed. I got to see the hinge right then and there, so there you go. There is hinge at the hands, so that you get to open and close it, so that's actually pretty cool. There is rotation at the waist, so that's actually pretty cool. Legs do not open all that much, though. I will be honest with you guys, you know. But he does have a pretty cool kick forward. No, not a lot of kick forward either. This is a very heavy figure. As for the knees, I do think that they do end up bending, but they are very stiff, as you got to see right then and there. And they don't move all that much, you know. That's pretty much about as best as you're going to get. There is some rotation at the joint, at the ankle, so that's actually pretty cool. And as I got to show you guys earlier, there is a lot of articulation right here. If anything, let's just look at let's just count them off right here, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, yeah, 20 points of articulation just on the tail alone. That's where you're gonna get to see like a lot of articulation. Anyways, also I did not tell you guys about the paint right here at the dorsal plate. It's very nice, you know. I do end up liking that. Anyways, for size comparison now, I will tell you guys it is getting to be real tricky, because this is such a big figure. honestly. For size comparison, we do end up having some NECA figures along with an SH Figure Arts figure, which was actually released. Now, bear in mind that I'm actually trying to do this on the side because, again, this is such a big figure. Here we are next to the SH Figure Arts Godzilla 2000 Millennium Special Color version, and as you get to see, there's just no contest. I mean, look at him. Even Godzilla himself is actually feeling real bad about this. But I'm not gonna take anything away from this figure. Buttload of articulation, so I do end up loving that. Anyways, so now that we got that one out of the way, let's just end up looking at these other NECA figures. I do end up having this one, the GMK Goji. Now, these figures are actually by my little brother's collection. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't end up having that many figures out of these. But, as you got to see, right here, this is, GMK Godzilla, or Godzilla 2001, if I'm not mistaken. My brother's gonna give me buttloads of crap for that one if I do end up getting it wrong. So there you go. This one is a lot more taller than that one. I think it might actually be the biggest Godzilla of them all. And not only do I end up having that one, but there is also the 1962 Godzilla, which is the Godzilla vs. King Kong figure. And this one is actually closer, a lot more closer when it comes down to the height, you know, but still, this one still reigns supreme. I mean, just look at the height. And aside from that, I do also end up having, last but not least, and here is the Atomic Blast, or if I were to actually say the Ultraviolet Blast Shin Godzilla figure that NECA has actually released. And another figure that is very beautiful. I do end up loving the detail, the color, everything about it. I do know that there's supposed to be a flame effect, which this one does end up having over this guy. But other than that, there's really not much that anybody can actually do anything better. You know, honestly, I think like this, he may be a little bit more taller. Let's just see. And no, still no. So, yeah, the biggest Godzilla that NECA has actually given us is Tokyo S.O.S. Goji. And I love it. Final thoughts, okay? If you are looking to end up getting this Godzilla, head on over to Target, head on over to, eBay, Amazon, anywhere, as much as you can, because this is going to be one of those figures that if you don't pick it up, you are really going to regret not getting it. This guy is a phenomenal paint job. I do end up loving everything. I will end up reviewing another figure that was actually released in this line, and that would be the 1989 Godzilla vs. Biollante figure. I am ordering it, and it's going to take me some time for it to get here. So, yeah, if by any chance you do end up noticing that there's a gap between this review and that, it's because of that. It's because of the whole delivery delay. But rest assured, I will end up giving you guys a review over that. And, yeah. Anyways, this has been Klutzy Joe, and, oh my god, look at the little Godzilla right there. Oh my god, look at that little Godzilla. Oh, and he broke. Anyways, this has been Klutzy Joe. I hope that you guys ended up enjoying this review, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Yeah.